music for Egypt. Nile FM.
I'm super excited because joining us in the studio today is Deena Abu-Hassan, co-founder of KingsVille Polo and Equestrian Club here in Cairo. Deena and her partners have built KingsVille into one of Egypt's most exciting equestrian destinations, combining a world-class riding programs with a strong community spirit. Today, she's here to share her journey, talk about KingsVille and the growth of equestrian sport in Egypt, and give us a little bit of a preview of the upcoming KingsVille Masters Club. Deena, hello.
Hello.
How are you, Deena?
I'm good, thanks. That was a really cool introduction.
Well, I'm really excited about you coming in. I don't know if you've been tuning in, but we've been talking about horses before you came in.
Yeah.
And we've got so many questions that we want to ask you, but we're going to kick it off with, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in the equestrian world?
Oh my gosh. Okay. What do you want to know? So, obviously, Deena, first and foremost, I'm married. I have 2 kids. My husband, Kareem, is a horse rider.
Nice.
He's also my business partner, which is awesome. I have 2 awesome kids, Selma and Omar, who are both listening.
Hey, hello, Selma
Shout
and Omar.
out to my kids. And English mom, Egyptian dad, born and raised in Saudi Arabia, moved to Egypt when I was 10, stayed here because I met Kareem, decided to stay, went to university in Egypt. Graduated.
When did the horses happen?
So horses. Horses happened when I was 4.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So cute story. We were in England with my family visiting my grandparents, and you know it's like in England when it's a sunny day in the summer, everyone's out.
Runs out to the park.
So we were at the local pub, sat outside, having a good time. I was 4, and then in England, people take their horses out hacking in the street.
Yeah.
And so 2 riders come down the road, they stop for a little refreshment, and then the next thing I know, my dad puts me on the back of this huge bay horse, and that was it. Like, that was it. I was hooked.
Oh, wow.
And it's
I
just
like that's a nice story.
it's just built from there. Like, my parents signed me up, started horse riding lessons in England and Saudi, and then the first thing we did when we moved to Egypt, before we even found a school, was find somewhere to ride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so...
That's actually interesting. But I want to ask you, what inspired you and your husband to co-found KingsVille, and what was the journey like leading up to its creation?
Okay, it's been a long journey.
I'm sure.
So
yeah.
we met I was 15 when we met, and we met at the local horse club here in Egypt.
Yeah.
And so we spent like all of our time together riding. You finish school, you go ride, hang out with our friends. Weekends would be competitions. So it's just like horses all the time. And then at some point when we knew that like
You were passionate about horses.
We're passionate about horses, and we decided that we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. We just had this shared dream of like one day we want to have our own riding school.
Yeah.
We both love it so much. We're both super passionate. We both have our own philosophies about like what we believe. Oh, sorry. How we.
It's okay. We do it all the time.
Like we also have very specific visions and philosophies about horses, horse riding, what it should look like. Obviously, I come from an English background with horse riding. Kareem also started riding. He was 7, so both started from a very young age. And we just wanted to have our own thing that we can do it our way. Teach riders our way. Teach people about horses. Also, raise awareness towards the wellness of horses and well-being. Like, obviously, people usually hear like negative things about animal welfare in Egypt, especially horses and stuff. And so we really wanted to
integrate
change
those
that
together, right?
Yeah, change it and like educate people and show them another side and like break this idea that everyone who has horses are like bad people and show people like how we can really treasure and celebrate these amazing animals, and also teach riding the way we think it should be taught. Like, we were always thinking like if when we have kids, where would we want them to learn horse riding? How would we want them to learn? So we had this dream of creating something that was ours. So that's kind of where the seed began.
Nice.
Okay.
We've got more questions about the seed and how it began. And specifically, I have this one question that's been on my mind. I was just telling Sami about it. But first, we're going to head back to the music. You got Sabrina Carpenter coming up next with Taste.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
With us in the studio, Deena Abu-Hassan, co-founder of KingsVille Polo and Equestrian Club here in Egypt. And we are talking about everything to do with horses. Mm-hmm. And you know what? We were talking about it really briefly whilst the music was playing, but I'm going to delve deeper into it. And it's really interesting because we did get a question that basically was asking the same thing that we were thinking of asking you. Got a message from Nadine who said... how does one make a connection with a horse? And I want to delve deeper with that and ask you, like, you know, for example, we were talking about me and Sami, we're animal lovers. We all have a pet and whatnot. But like with cats and dogs, it's you know, sometimes the cat will choose you or the dog will choose you, or you would walk into a place, let's say you're going to adopt a cat or a dog, and you walk into a place and you have an idea of what cat or dog that you want to get. But when you walk into the shelter, you know, an animal chooses you and you fall in love and you end up going home with something completely different from what you expected. Yeah. Is there a same kind of connection like that with horses?
Such a good question. Honestly, I'm so glad you mentioned it because connection is basically what it's all about. And like that passion that I was talking about earlier, it's all about the connecting with your horse. And one of the main things that we want people to feel and to understand. And it's a little bit different. I'm a dog person as well, so I'm horses and dogs, which tend to go together. Like
it works.
It does. Yeah, it works. Definitely. And so I know what you mean about how the dogs choose you. Sorry. With the horses, it's a little bit different. We definitely build super deep connections with our horses, but it's not that kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily happen like love at first sight. Or
they don't imprint.
They don't imprint. You know, when you go to buy a horse, because I mean, then we go buy them, or if you're going to adoption is a bit different. But let's say I'm going to go buy my horse. It's not really based on like this initial connection. The connection comes with time. Yeah. So you might feel, obviously, you might get pulled towards a certain horse. You might feel a certain horse is pulled towards you. But that deep connection comes with time. The more time you spend with them, they're incredible animals. They're so loving. They have an incredible energy. You know, they're kind. They're gentle. People get scared of them because they're so big. Yeah. But actually... And they are super powerful, but they're so kind, they're so gentle. Fun fact, horses' hearts 5 times the size of a human's heart. So they give off their electromagnetic field is like 5 times larger than ours. Okay. So literally when you're stood next to them or you're in their presence, you immediately will feel calmer. And that's why they're just so wonderful. Like if I'm having a bad day or it's been stressful, go to the stables, just get near the horses and you immediately feel better. And so the more time you spend around any of the horses, you tend to build a connection. But like cats and dogs, you always have an affinity for one. And people always talk about their heart horse. So if you're lucky enough to have a heart horse, it's amazing because this bond just builds over time and it's based on trust. Yeah. So horses are herd animals. So they're used to being led, and that leader's job is to make them feel safe, right? And to lead them. And they will follow them as long as they feel safe. So we take on that role as the people. And so once they have that trust in you and they know that they're safe with you, that connection is just amazing. And when you catch them like gazing in your eyes, it's just love. It's like this really deep love.
I would probably melt.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm going to stay here forever staring into those eyes.
And they nuzzle you, and even though they're so big, they have this really soft muzzle, and they'll just nuzzle you. And so the connection. So Nadine's question is awesome. The connection comes with time. You have to it's like a relationship. You put time into it. You show them love. You show them care. You let them know that they can trust you. And
the bond is from that point onwards.
Can I share a quote?
Yeah.
There's 2 quotes that I love, and one of them is quite particular to what we're talking about. And it was by Sir Winston Churchill. And it was, there's something great about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of a man.
Oh, wow.
And I absolutely love it because deep. It's so true. It's so deep, right?
I like that.
Yeah, but you go to the horses and instantly, like, your insides are just somewhere else.
I've got to find me a horse. I'm coming over.
You have to come. You have
to. We're going to head back to some more music, but we're going to be back and we've got more questions for you, Deena. Here's Mariah Carey and Jermaine Dupri. Get your number.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
We still have Deena Abu-Hassan with us, who is the co-founder of KingsVille and Polo and Equestrian Club. I'm so worried to say equestrian wrong. I keep staring at the word every single time. How are you doing over there, Deena?
I'm good.
Deena, we've got so many questions that have been coming in for you.
Yeah.
And Sami, you take the lead on this.
We got one from May Abdelaziz, right?
Okay.
She says, can you talk about horses' personalities and how it affects riders and training plans?
Absolutely. It's such a good question. We'll start with the personalities first.
Sure.
Because that's the more exciting part.
Yeah.
So, horses, just like humans, every horse is unique. Every horse has its own personality. And getting to know them and understand them is it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see how different people connect, which kind of links back to what we were talking about, Zeinab, before, about how the animals choose you or do you choose them.
Exactly.
Because it's really interesting to see how different people's characters connect to the different horses' personalities. And so, you might have a person who loves, for example, we have a horse called Toffee. Okay. So there might be someone who really loves Toffee, and you might have someone else who really dislikes her. And it's just, again, that thing where the chemistry between your personalities. So
do you think, this question came to my mind, do you know how they say opposites attract? Do you think that sometimes a horse will give the human what that human lacks in their life? Let's say if they really live a very high stressful kind of job, do that for a living, and they need something to calm them, so they will attract the type of horse that would...
Good question.
That's such a really good question.
Would do that for them. Yeah,
because if you're a very highly strung person, very high energy person, putting you together with a very high energy and highly strung horse might not always be the best combination, you know.
Yeah.
So it is really, some people, it might work for some, but for others, someone high strung might need something a little bit calmer, and they balance each other out. Someone who's super chill, super calm will need a horse with a little bit more energy because they'll sort of pick them up together. So it's really interesting to see how those relationships work, you know. And regarding the training part of the question, it's really, really important. And this falls more on the coach so much, because we all have coaches, right? We all need someone to train us, to coach us, to guide us on the journey. And a lot of that will fall on the coach, how to partner up people. So when people go to buy their horses, obviously, the coaches are often involved to try and match them up with a horse that will be suitable for them. And one of the criteria that they look at is the horse's personality combined with the rider's personality.
I'm so glad you say that, because that's exactly what May was asking, because she wanted to know if the horse's personality had anything to do with the effect of who rides with whom and the training plan.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And again, it's so important to understand it, because when we're, for example, I'll use myself as an example. So my horse Africa, she's super chilled. When we first start our workouts, I call it the Gamusa phase, because she's honestly, when we first start, and I mean, she's my heart horse. I love her to bits. When we first start, she's super chill. I'm like, come on, let's move a little bit. You know, I'm neither overly calm or overly high strung. But when we start jumping, we both have a tendency to get a little bit more energetic. So my energy tends to go up, and I tend to be a rider that likes riding fast horses. Traditionally, I ride fast horses. You know, and Africa gets really, really excited as well. And so Kareem trains me, my husband. He's like, I need you both to chill. And he says to me, Deena, he's like, calm down, stick your nerves in the freezer, calm down, because the more excited you get,
the more excited she does.
And she doesn't need it because she's nuts. So the whole personality thing is really, really important. So the coaches use that a lot when they're guiding riders.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about the journey of and the highlights of KingsVille so far. But first, we're going to head back to some more music. We've got Tiwa Savage, You For Me, which seems to be all about you in Africa at this point in time.
Yes.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Deena Abu-Hassan is with us in the NileFM studio right now. She is the co-founder of KingsVille Polo and Equestrian Club here in Cairo. And Deena, so many people are sending... I've got a friend of mine, I was just telling you a little bit earlier, she just sent me a message. She's like, we need to go. I am serious. And then she went dead serious. I was like, okay, I got it the first time round.
Do it.
So many people that are interested in this, and makes it me want to ask you, you were talking about the fact that, you and your husband, you've both been very passionate about horses, and you kind of both kind of like sat together one day and were like, you know what, we're passionate about this. Why don't we go ahead? Now, how has that journey been like? What have been the highlights? What have been the ups, the downs of it all?
Okay, great question. I mean, I'll try to summarize it, because it has been a long journey. We got our first opportunity, so obviously it was a dream for a really long time. And we got our first opportunity actually during COVID. And we opened, Kareem actually got it done in like 3 months, a small little club, a small little academy, at the old club where we used to ride. So that's where it started. It was our first experience. We had a gorgeous little place. It was lovely. And then we started to make a name for ourselves, which was amazing. We built a lovely community, and it was really so fulfilling. Like, that's where it started, and then I'll get into KingsVille. So fulfilling to see that, the response of the people, to see how much people were falling in love with it. It was brilliant. And then, so we had our first club for a couple of years, and then I think it was last summer, 2024, we were approached by King's Polo, which is the leading polo club in Egypt, and they were in discussions with Amar at Uptown Cairo, because they had an equestrian facility that they were starting, and they decided that they wanted more diversification. Oh, again, I hit the mic.
Fine.
So instead of it just offering polo, they wanted it to offer the equestrian disciplines, show jumping and dressage. So it was super cool. We got this phone call and said, would you be interested? And let's run this club together. And we hit it off immediately with Mo from King's Polo, and we decided to take it a step further. And we merged. Our old place was called Horseville, so Horseville and King's Polo, we merged them together, and KingsVille was born. And it's just been amazing. And I have to say, big shout out to Amar for having this really forward-thinking plan. They decided they wanted to offer their community something different, and from what we hear, it's becoming a bit of a trend. There's lots of developments around the city that are now wanting to include an equestrian facility. So that's kind of where it started. And then, so we've had a really great, I think it's about 12, 18 months now. Super exciting, so fulfilling, just seeing people get it, and seeing people, non-horsey people, fall in love with the horses, fall in love with the world, and really take it on board is great. I think that's one of the most fulfilling things for us, is seeing them get it. We've learned so much. I'm an educator, right? I've been a teacher for 14 years. So also getting to learn about business and marketing. I work with an amazing marketing team, PR, HR, finance.
Wow.
I'm terrible at finance.
Not the only one.
Ask our finance department. I'd be like, I want to do this. And my husband's even worse. He'll be like, we are doing this. And they're like, calm down. But yeah, so there's been so many highlights, but definitely the biggest one would be just seeing the passion spread, and seeing people discover something new, and join us on this journey. So we'll have people who automatically connect with the horses, and they want more and more and more. And then you'll see people decide that they want to go into show jumping, for example, and you'll see others who get drawn towards the polo. And it's just really interesting. And also, I think as an educator, I tend to observe a lot. I observe children a lot. So it's also interesting to see sometimes when that's flipped, because we always think that the person chooses, kind of like what you're saying about with the animals, right? And
but
in this case,
sometimes it's the animal.
Sometimes, and also the sport itself, because there's so many elements to the horse world, obviously. But in this part, I'm talking about the actual riding. And sometimes it's the sport that draws in the rider. And it's just really cool to see different characters and different personalities and where they choose to go. So
it's funny you say that, because having said that, what kind of programs and experiences does KingsVille offer exactly?
It's really
exciting.
Let us know.
Yes, I will. It's really exciting. So most of the academies and riding schools, we offer beginner level for people who have never ridden before or have very basic experience. But here's where and then we have regular academy teaching. We have private owners who then train privately. And then we have the polo club. So what's really cool and special, though, is that we have a very unique setup with the equestrian, show jumping and dressage and polo, which isn't really found anywhere else. And our beginner class especially is super unique because we have the luxury of using our polo ponies, which are incredible ponies. They're they're from Argentina.
Ooh.
They're super calm. Like their natural temperament is very calm. They're always in their herd environment. We always keep them together. Again, due to the nature of their sport. The way that, like, biomechanically, like the way they move, their rhythm, their gait is super easy to learn on, so they're incredibly safe. So we are so lucky to have that opportunity to teach our riders, our beginners on these horses. So yeah, that's one thing.
We've got more questions about that when it comes to the education, and perhaps we're going to go into the community values and everything like that. But first, we're going to head back to more music. We've got Hunter X and Golden coming up next.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
But with us in the NileFM studio, we have Deena Abu-Hassan, co-founder of KingsVille Polo and Equestrian Club here in Cairo. And Deena, you are very, very popular right now because the amount of questions that we are getting off of people is
that's awesome.
We get a lot of questions.
Yes.
We want to ask you something. How does KingsVille combine sport, education, and community values in its approach?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Okay, so obviously two different I'll break up sport into two parts. So we have the sports where we teach, we've got great curriculums for both show jumping, polo. We're also really trying to introduce dressage and promote that. It's not the most popular of the disciplines. My daughter is a dressage champ. I will just point that out.
Proud mom over here, proud mom.
She is a dressage champ, and we're really trying to support the development and movement of dressage. But yeah, so we have some really good curriculums. So the technical teaching of that, like, you won't get better. Like, honestly, I have to say that. We've got some brilliant coaches. We've got a brilliant program in place. It's awesome. But what's really important alongside the actual technical riding, which I wanted to talk about, is sportsmanship. And that is one of, like, a really big thing that we try to incorporate explicitly, but also drip feed into the riding and the daily lessons when people come, because sportsmanship is, it's huge in any sport, right?
Yeah,
it's super,
very
super important.
Yeah.
But, like, especially with horse riding, because horse riding is the kind of sport, whichever discipline you're in, you are going to lose more than you are going to win, right? And horse riders are very, very good. First of all, we're our biggest critics.
Okay.
No one will criticize you as much as you're going to criticize yourself.
Okay.
But at the same time, we're also very good at supporting each other and helping each other recognize what we did great, and then also helping each other reflect on what we need to do better. So, like, the first thing after you've done a competition, you'll come out and be like, oh, I messed up that fence, or I didn't see that properly, or whatever. And then you'll go on and on. Your friends will listen, and they'll say, yeah, but you did this, this, and this really well. And maybe next time you can work on that. So sportsmanship is so important. And it's something, again, like, that children especially need to learn from very early on. There's so much competition, but we need to make sure that that competition is healthy and that they understand, how we can support each other so that we can all enjoy it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what sets you apart? What do what you feel makes KingsVille unique?
I think it's
way?
one of the things because there's a lot. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great clubs around the country, and the equestrian community is very small. So we all know each other. We're all friends. We all get along. All the coaches know each other. They support each other. It's a really nice, connected community. Some brilliant places. There are also some places that maybe miss some of the basic fundamentals that we have particular views on, right?
Yeah.
So, and sportsmanship being one of them. So there are places that don't really focus on it as much, and it's just about getting in there, running and winning, And we don't want it to be like that, because we are going to lose more than we win. We have to understand how to accept that. We have to understand how to support each other, and we have to understand how to celebrate everything, because even a loss can be turned into a win.
Exactly.
Like, if you come out, right? If you come out of the ring or off the pitch, off the field, the arena, if you've been playing polo and you've lost, but you reflect and then people help you recognize all the great things that you did, then it's a win. Like, you're never, there's no failure in it.
I get you.
Totally
and that's
agree.
really important.
Talking about winning and the losses and the self-reflecting of it all, you have an event that's coming up. I have questions for you on that. But Olivia Dean is up next right now with Man I Need.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
We're still in the NileFM studio. With us is co-founder and operations manager of KingsVille and Polo and Equestrian Club, Deena Abu-Hassan.
Hello. Now, we know that you do annual events. Can you tell us about the upcoming KingsVille Masters Cup? What can people expect this year?
Oh, my pleasure. We're so excited. I have to be honest, we are working flat out to get it ready, but we are so excited. So we started last year with our opening event and we decided to make an annual one. It was really popular. Everyone had a really great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have an incredible program planned. We're going to start off with the show jumping.
Ooh.
So we have two exciting show jumping classes. One is called an accumulator and then we have the Grand Prix. So the accumulator, very exciting. It's going to be around 120 in height, so 1 meter 20 centimeters.
Okay.
And each fence has a value or a worth. And as the riders go around the course, they collect points. And at the end, we have something called a joker. So they get to choose. So
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
me
So
too.
the last jump that they jump, they have a choice of either the regular one or the one that has double points. And so the winner will be the person who has the most points but the fastest time.
Nice.
So it's very exciting. So competition is going to be fierce.
Oh, wow.
I have the riders start list, and I tell you, there's some brilliant riders on that list.
Really?
So it's going to be really exciting. And then we're going to move into the Grand Prix. So that's higher. It's going to be 130, 140 in height.
Okay.
And again, competition is fierce. So that's
It
going to be
sounds like
Love
it's
a good
going to be
competition.
really exciting.
Yeah,
Right?
it's good.
If someone wants to watch it, or attend, what do they do?
So unfortunately, it's not open to everyone. We have limited numbers. So this year, it's open to the equestrian community and the Uptown Cairo community.
Okay.
Because obviously that's where we're based. So, but everyone can watch it. And what's super exciting is that it's actually being streamed live on the biggest equestrian streaming platform globally. They're called
wow.
Clip My Horse, and I had a chat with them a few months ago, and they were so excited to be involved.
Wow.
So this is huge for all of the riders. This is huge for Egypt. This has never happened before. So we're going to have the link on our Instagram page. So if anyone wants to watch the action, they can come and watch it. Along with the show jumping, we're also going to have a polo tournament at the end.
Yeah.
So 2 polo teams, they're going to battle it out. It's so exciting. The polo is also, they're both thrilling. The jumping is exhilarating. The polo is thrilling, hearing the horses gallop along the arena. It's just insane.
If someone wants to find that Instagram account, what's it called?
So it's at KingsVille Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
search for that.
Okay.
And the
gonna
link will
search
be
for
in
that.
the bio. And then, anyone, please watch it, kind of get an idea of what it's about. And we're going to have some entertainment. There's going to be food, really good ambience. So it's going to be, hopefully, a really nice vibe. And everyone that came last year is very excited to come back this year. And hopefully next year, we'll be able to open it up and have more people come from the public. So that'd be really
sounds
cool.
so exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Why is this event significant, not only for KingsVille, but for Egypt's equestrian scene as a whole?
It's really big because, for KingsVille, it's significant because we really want to be part of the development of the sports in Egypt. That's one of our core visions, is that we really want to promote show jumping, dressage, polo. We want them, and we want to be part of that journey. And we feel like with what we can offer, the events that we have planned, the quality that we can offer at our facility, we feel we can offer really cool, motivating events, which is nice for the riders to have something different than the normal, which are great. The normal competitions of the season are great, but it's nice to have something different.
Of course.
And then for Egypt as a whole, it's brilliant because, number one, the exposure. I mean, look, I'm at NileFM,
Exactly.
right? I'm talking to Zeinab and Sami on the big drive about horses and the industry. And so there's so much exposure. So this isn't just about me and KingsVille. This is about exposing and talking about the whole industry and the whole equestrian community in Egypt. So number one, it's given us the opportunity for this, and I have to thank all of you at NileFM, because honestly, you've given us an incredible opportunity inviting me here today. Was completely unexpected, so that's awesome. Secondly, like I said, we're streaming on Clip My Horse, which is epic. They have millions of followers, and it's all equestrian. So our horse riders are going to be seen internationally. Egypt is going to be represented internationally. So I think that's a huge step forward for the sport in Egypt. And we're hoping, inshallah, it's going to go really well. And then maybe there'll be more, we have lots of fun events planned and lots of great ideas coming up. So hopefully this will be the first of many.
Talking about the industry, though, can you tell us a little bit about that? How do you feel it's going when it comes to Egypt?
It's so exciting. Like, it's so exciting. There's been like a boom in the past couple of years.
Have there been any challenges?
There's always challenges.
Yeah.
There's always challenges. But I think what's really brilliant is that also, I must say, like the federations, the Egyptian Equestrian Federation, the Polo Federation, they're doing a great job. They have new strategies in place. We're supported by the government a lot more now, which is brilliant. There's a huge push towards promoting the sports in the country. And also we have so much potential in the country. Like we have incredible riders, we have coaches, we have private owners, we have like sponsors are getting involved. And that was another thing I was going to say about why the event is significant is that we have sponsors getting involved now. Internationally, like abroad, sponsors play a huge role in developing the sport. So the more we can do this in Egypt, the more sponsors, the more money, the bigger and better we can do, right?
Yeah.
And so, so the sport is just really progressing. We have so many people who
How do you see it evolving?
bigger and better. Like it's getting bigger. It's a snowball. Like so many people are willing to invest in it, promote it. We've got sponsors on board now. Like I said, the riders, the coaches, we have international quality. Like Egypt has always had a place on the international stage. Like if we go back in time, we have riders like Andrea Sekakini, we had Edhem Aberi. Nowadays, we've got Karima Zoghbi and Net Nassar representing Egypt abroad. Recently, Egypt, and this is something super exciting, is that a big group of people went and rode in Qatar for the first time. Travel to and from Egypt's been a bit limited in the past few years, so it was amazing that they got to take their horses and compete.
Oh, wow.
So like there's a lot. Egypt hosted the World Military Games or Tournament. Championship, sorry. So there's so much going on and I think so much more to come. Like everyone's really invested in it, so it's really exciting.
It sounds super exciting.
It does, right? What role does KingsVille play in promoting equestrian and developing young talent in Egypt?
I think thinking about everything we've talked about today, like we are focused and determined on our mission of promoting the understanding, the empathy of the animals, building, like we said, the connection, understanding them, sportsmanship. We want to ingrain that in a new generation of riders. And then once we get that right, the technical training is easy.
Easy.
You know?
Air quotes.
I mean,
Air quotes majorly going on there.
But once you have all those ingredients together, you know, we want to be part of this new generation of riders. And
so what's the plan?
Sorry?
What's the plan when it comes to when it comes to KingsVille? How do you see the future? You're talking about it. I had to pick up on that.
We have so much planned. We're super excited. We envision more locations. We've already people are already reaching out like, why aren't you in Alexandria and why aren't you here? So like hopefully new locations around the country would be amazing. We want to be involved in more of the events. We really want to promote that. We have some really exciting things planned. So I think KingsVille, watch the space. I think there's going to be a lot coming.
Okay, well, finally, if everyone's listening out there, how would they get involved in KingsVille? Like what?
Our Instagram,
like visiting, how can they get involved in it?
Anyone is welcome. We are located at Uptown Cairo, and as they call it, the heart of Cairo, it literally is. We're accessible from everywhere. We've got people coming from Maadi, Tagammo, Heliopolis. Like anyone is welcome to come. Our Instagram is there at KingsVille Club. Phone
I
numbers.
like the fact that you remembered it there.
There we go. I remembered because I'm like, what is our Instagram handle? So Instagram, the phone number's there. WhatsApp us, call us, just pop by. Everyone is welcome. We love to have new people come in and join the community. We have I have to say, shout out to our community because we have some amazing families, amazing people. We have over 30 nationalities at KingsVille. Like the diversity is amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, so like people are always getting, new friendships are being formed. It's a really cool vibe. So
I love the fact that it's connecting people as well.
Exactly.
Connecting
I love
with animals
that.
and connecting with people and making, like you said, it's just kind of, it's basically an environment that kind of has people together bonding with with the same kind of passion and kind of like helping each other grow, really.
I love that.
And it's so cool when it's people who had nothing to do with the sport before and then seeing them really get into it. I mean, we have a rider who comes from Guna. Right, she joined us a few years ago. She lives in Guna. Her horse is with us. She bought a horse a year ago, and she loves it so much. She has decided to be homeschooled this year, so she can spend more time in Cairo with us riding.
Oh, that's fantastic!
So
that's
it's so cool. Like we have all these different people from all around connecting. language sometimes even the language barrier isn't there. Like,
Yeah.
we make it work. I mean, we teach in Arabic and English, but we have people from all over the world who
Yeah.
might not necessarily find that easy. But it works. So the horses bring us all together.
Well, thank you, Deena. It
That's
has
so
been an
cool.
absolute pleasure
Thank you.
having you with
So
us
good.
today. Yeah.
Interesting. Really
I'm getting the
interesting.
details. Sundus, if you're out there and you're still listening, yes, I am going to get Deena's details.
Sundus, you're coming.
We are going to
Zainab
be coming
with you.
over.
Yeah, I'm really
To this
interested.
community.
Like, I
Yes.
really want to have a go.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
know what? Like, we would love to have you on the show again.
I'd love to
And,
come back again. There's so much more to talk about.
So
I
much
bet.
more. I kind of feel like we've only scratched the surface
Exactly,
today.
right?
We have.
Yet it was absolutely insightful. Thank you so much. And
you.
we've got to get out the NileFM studio. How quickly the time went.
That
It's
flew
gone
by.
so quick.
Yeah. We're going to be back tomorrow. Well, me and Sami are. We're going to be
Yes.
back tomorrow, same time, same place. And it's going to be all about SNL. So, if you want to know what's happening in Sahel this weekend, we are going to have a full-blown list for you.
Yes, we are.
But for now, we're going to leave you with some more music. A little Uzi Vert. That was a tongue twister with EXO Tour. And what?
I don't know. I think this is
Life. Yeah, we're going to go with Life. Here it is for you.